Hey, mamas, it's your girl Carrie, and welcome back to another Monday Mindset episode of Mom Wife Career Life. We have made it to the last Monday of the year. Everyone, take a deep breath with me for a second. I know it's been a crazy one, and if it was anything like my year, it just flew by, but we made it, and we're getting ready to have the best year ahead. And over the past few weeks in our Becoming Her series, we've done a lot of meaningful work together. We reflected on the woman you've been without the guilt. We talked about the mom you want to be, more present, less reactive. We leaned into the partner you're becoming with more intention, a lot more connection. And we started thinking differently about the career and the life you're intentionally building. That's a lot of inner work. And if no one has told you yet, I am so proud of you. And as we wrap up these final days of the year, my hope is that you're not rushing into the next one on autopilot, but instead, you're preparing to enter it with intention, not pressure, not perfection, intention. And if you started thinking about what you want this next year to look like and to feel like, I really want you to encourage to do one simple thing. I want you to write it down and write it somewhere that you could return to it. I write mine in my Clever Fox planner. I'm in it every day. And I want you to check into those intentions at least once a month because life happens. Old patterns, they sneak back in. Those schedules are going to fill up. Your energy is going to shift again. And monthly check-ins give you the chance to pause, to reflect, and to course correct before you end up feeling completely overwhelmed, so disconnected, and then burnt out again. And that brings me perfectly into this week's quote. You do not rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your habits by James Clear. All right, mamas, now let's jump in and break it down. Welcome to Mom Wife Career Life's weekly empowering episode of Monday's Motivational Mindset. And you know what that means. It's time to kickstart your week with a boost of inspiration, positivity, and a whole lot of motivation. Working moms, I get it. Mondays can be tough. We all know that. But they're also a chance for a fresh start, a new opportunity, and the perfect day to set the tone for a successful week ahead. I'm Carrie Pat, your host and fellow working mom. Every week, I'll be sharing a motivational quote and we'll break it down, share stories, and uncover the wisdom it holds for our unique journey as working moms. So whether you're getting ready for work, making those school lunches, or just enjoying a quiet moment alone, let's dive into this week's dose of motivation. Let's make this Monday count. This week's quote is, "You do not rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your habits" by James Clear. And if you have not read his book, Atomic Habits yet, please do yourself a favor and put it on your must-read list for this year. I promise you, every single time management coach out there has read this book and has probably borrowed at least one idea from it. It's that good. And I chose his quote for this week, especially as we wrap up the year, because it's such an important reminder right now. So many of us head into the new year focused on what we want to do, lose the weight, get organized, be more present, finally get our life together. But we spend way less time thinking about who we actually want to become. Goals can be so motivating, but they're also fragile. Motivation fades, life gets loud, kids get sick, work explodes, schedules shift. And when those things happen, goals alone aren't enough to carry us forward. That's where your habits come in. Work explodes, and then suddenly we're thinking, well, I blew it. But habits are what carry you when motivation doesn't show up. If you want more peace in your life, your habits have to protect the peace. If you want more connection, your habits need to create space for it. And if you want less stress and a lot more clarity, your habits have to support that version of you, even on the messy, ordinary days. And you don't need a complete overhaul to become her. You don't have to wake up at 4:30 a.m. You don't need to drink the celery juice. You don't need to make these big changes. And honestly, you don't have the time. You're a working mom. So we need to be realistic. Becoming her happens in those small, repeatable moments. It's how you start your morning. It's how you transition from work to home. It's how you speak to yourself when the day doesn't go as planned. So my challenge for you this week, mamas, is to take a little time to really sit with this question as you head into the new year. What habits do I need to support the woman I'm becoming? And you don't need a long list. In fact, I'd much rather you keep it simple. Choose no more than 3 habits that you can start building and gently improving upon in this next month. And maybe it's going to bed earlier so your mornings feel less chaotic. Maybe it's meal planning so eating healthier actually feels doable during the week. And just to keep it real, we're actually pretty good with meal planning over here, but this year we're focusing on low carb, low cholesterol meals, which means taking this habit one step deeper. And we're not starting from scratch, we're just refining it. Another big one for us this year is our finances. And I'll be honest, I can be a little trigger happy when it comes to Amazon, but with college tuition creeping up and a few vacations that we're hoping to take this year, we know that we have to be a lot more intentional about how we're spending our money. So creating that clear budget and doing weekly budget check-ins is a habit we're committing to together. And that's the point I want to make. This isn't about perfection. It's about choosing the habits that support the life you're intentionally trying to build, one small, consistent step at a time, because you don't rise into the new season by accident. You build it one intentional habit at a time. And make sure you come back tomorrow where we're diving a little deeper on the last part of our Becoming Her series, Designing the Life You Want This Year. Sending you so much love and light until next time on Mom Wife Career Life with Carrie Pat. Before you go, if you found this podcast helpful, I would be so grateful if you would take a minute, go on over to iTunes and leave me a review. If you have other stressed out mamas in your life that you feel this podcast could help, take a screenshot of this episode, post it on your Instagram stories and tag me, and let them know that they are not alone and they can create balance in their life too. If there's a topic you'd like me to cover or you just want to connect, DM me on Instagram at mom.wife.career.life. Or come on over and hang out in our free Facebook community, Work-Life Balance for Working Moms. Sending you so much love and light until next time on Mom Wife Career Life with Carrie Pat.